Hi, my name is Mia Ferris.
And I'm Sophia Gori, and we're part of the Teen Council. The Teen Council is made up of 14 teens who love art, and we hold different teen events to bring teens to the Contemporary Art Museum in Houston to promote contemporary art.
We have the amazing opportunity to be here with exhibiting artist Garrett Bradley and ask her a few questions. So, what were you like as a teenager?
I was trying to think about this actually when I was looking at the question, and I was like, what part of myself do I want to share being like at your age? But I think I was really curious, and I had a lot of different friends from different places who lived in different neighborhoods and came from different backgrounds, and I think that that was a really informative part of who I became and informed the way that I approach projects, being able to not just have sort of a singular experience and be able to weave out of different lives and communities.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what were the first films that inspired you?
I actually watched a lot of Disney films, like animated Disney films when I was little. My grandmother must have also, it's funny, I haven't spoken to her about this, but she must have also been kind of obsessed because she had just like hundreds of VHS Disney films like Bambi and Sword in the Stone and the one with the fox, Peter,
Fox?
it was Robin Hood.
Yes.
I think he's a fox.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. So those films were really informative actually because I think they're actually really experimental, and there's like a lot of things that don't actually make sense in reality, but it was an interesting model for how something very logical within the story would rationalize like real visual experimentation, like a mouse like falling into like a bucket of wine, so he gets drunk, but then all of a sudden that like rationalizes like pink elephants everywhere, and which was what allowed it to be both artistic and mainstream, I think.
Yeah.
And then there was a film by this guy David Lean, made in 1948, that was I think the first Oliver Twist, and I watched that film over and over and over again. And the opening scene is the mother like climbing up a hill pregnant in a storm, trying to get to the orphanage before she gives birth, and then she dies like right after she gives birth. But it's beautiful. The footage is beautiful, it's black and white, and it was all done on a set, and it's just gorgeous. So I think those were very informative to me growing up, just by repetition.
I'll have to watch the second one.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
It's awesome. When did you decide to become an artist?
I was always really interested in photography, and when I was in my early years in late high school, early college, I did a lot of concert photography, and I guess, I made my first little film when I was 16. I went to a Quaker high school, and I submitted it to the Quaker Film Festival, and it won an award, and I felt really cool, and I felt like it was actually the first time someone was like, you're really good at something, and I think that was really validating, and I was like, cool, like I'm not gonna not do this, like I'm gonna keep doing this then if I'm good at it. And I wasn't really that strong academically, so I never really was a choice actually. It's just something I've just never not done.
It's really cool.
So, but if you weren't a filmmaker, what would you be doing right now?
I think I'd like to be a judge or a race car driver, one or the other. Both seem really fun.
Pretty awesome.
I mean, being a judge is probably not fun, but it allows you to make change in the world, and if you're on the good side of it or on the bad side of it, actually in both situations you are making a strong impact on the world, and so I could see myself wanting to do something like that in a very practical way.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What do you think that visiting teens will get out of your exhibition at the camp?
I'm actually so excited to hear that myself. I don't really have any expectations for them. I think what I hope is that it inspires experimentation on their own part and further reaffirms that there doesn't have to be one way of doing things or experiencing things. And I hope that, especially as young people, they can trust their own instincts and trust their own curiosity. I think that the centerpiece for America, the fact that it's something you can walk around, allows you to dictate your own experience and find certain connections based on your own perspective and curiosity. And so I hope it's confidence building on some level and informative and inspiring to their own practice or interests.
Well, thank you for being here.
So
Yeah,
excited
thank
to see
you
your exhibition,
guys.
and so excited to hear the teens' reactions to everything. And
Thank you.
I'm sure it's going to turn out the way that you hope.
Thank
Super
you.
exciting to see.
Thank you. You guys
so
are
much
doing
for this.
awesome work too. So sweet. Thanks.
Thank you so much.